Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IAS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar. Today we have to talk about this particular issue. South India's growth myth busted. The alarming truth. What is the alarming truth? Generally when we talk about South Indian states, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, or like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, we generally talk about their economic growth, how prosperous they are, etc., etc. But is it the half truth? Do we not know about certain things? After this particular video, you will know about something which most of you may not have known rather earlier. So this particular article and this particular video is made on an article which was published in the Hindu on March 26, 2025. I have kept this particular page blank. I will show you this article later on. First of all, let's talk about this so-called anonymous article which will be based on many charts. It's not like hearsay and everything. There will be 5 charts and tables. I'm just showing you the rough overview of these charts and tables. We'll have a complete look at these charts and tables to understand what is actually happening in South India. And then there are some issues related to religion, language. Are these tools to divert attention from the actual issues which is plaguing different South Indian states? So all these data, charts and tables which we will see, 5 in total, all these data and charts, they are taken from these are the sources: States Economic Survey reports, the Periodic Labor Force Survey, and like the Ministry MOSPI, their reports as well. So it's not like data from here, there and everywhere. These are very reliable data published in the Hindu, and all these data matter so that we understand what is actually happening in our so-called prosperous southern states. First chart. So GSDP growth, gross state domestic product. So India is growing at, this is the GDP of India, 9.2 every year. So this is the GDP growth rate of India, and this figure is 9.2. All the, like if you see the major southern states, Telangana and Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, their growth rate is lesser than all India's growth rate. This is not a very worrying sign, if I am being very honest with you. That is fine, because generally what happens when you achieve a particular growth trajectory, your growth rate slows down because you are anyway reached the pedestal. Compare it like this, that India and US, so sometimes we'll say that we are growing at 9.2, or let's say some developed European countries growing at a lesser rate. That doesn't mean they are underdeveloped or less developed than us. That means they have already reached a peak. So this particular chart is nothing to worry about if you are from southern states. That's fine, that these states are somewhat fine, not totally fine. They are growing at a lesser rate than India. Maybe they have reached a particular level of development. The other 4 charts and tables which I will show you, those are the things which we have to worry upon, and we have to think about certain things which we will discuss. So this is chart 1. And this is the gist of chart, that India's economy grew by 9.2%. Good. Southern states, they lag behind. It is lesser than India. Again, I'm telling you, this is not too much to worry about. Maybe these states have reached a particular level of development where obviously the growth rate will slow down a bit. So again, this is fine, but the rest tables and charts are not fine. So table number 2, average per capita income. Average per capita income of southern states, most of these states are greater than that of India. Again, that is fine, but this particular fact is not fine, sir and ma'am. So see this, please understand this. Andhra Pradesh, they have total 26 districts. Only 9 districts in Andhra Pradesh has average per capita more than what is like, you can see here, their average per capita income is greater than the average per capita income of the state, 33% approximately. Karnataka, so less than, or like 10%, around 10% districts in Karnataka, they have their average per capita around 3 lakh or more than that. And again, Kerala, 50%, that is good. Kerala is good here. And then if you talk about Tamil Nadu and Telangana, again a very less percentage of the districts which has more per capita income than their state's average. So what we are trying to say is the development is very skewed. It's not like when we talk about South India, and this is a general perception which many people have, especially in North India, that South Indian states are so developed and everything. But here we are seeing a skewed development. There are certain states, certain districts, certain regions in these states which are developing, and most of the other districts are not developing. Again, this is table 2. We'll see some more tables and charts. There are 3 more to go. We have to understand the actual issues, especially the South Indian people. And again, everyone should be knowing about what is actually going on in southern states. So southern states, this is just a summary of what we have seen in the table 2. Southern states have higher per capita income, but the issue is this. concentration. There is concentration of resources, money in very few districts. Rest of the districts are suffering. Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Karnataka, and they have given the examples. Kerala is somewhat fine, equitable, 50% is okay number, but that is not happening in the similar scenarios are not witnessed in other states. Chart 3. The chart shows the unemployment rate. Now we have to understand certain things and we'll talk about these things. What is labor force participation rate? Labor force participation rate, LFPR, unemployment rate. So what is LFPR? So percentage of people who are working or are willing to work, that is LFPR. Labor force participation rate. Like what is the total population and how much percentage of the people are working or are willing to work. Then what is unemployment rate? You generally calculate it on your labor force. Unemployment rate is people who are like willing to work and are seeking for work, but they're not getting the work. So here we don't calculate those people who are not willing to work or not seeking for work. Let's say students or let's say some pensioner or people who have retired or housewives. We don't consider them in the labor force when we are calculating unemployment rate. You will understand it. I will give you some more examples. So see here, let's try to compare this chart 3. All India 3.2% unemployment rate, and here we have data. This is 23-24. Let's compare this data. 23-24 all India level unemployment rate is 3.2, but when we are talking about southern states, Karnataka, they have lower rate than India, awesome, but Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala all have higher unemployment rate. What does unemployment rate means in simple terms? Let's say all India's unemployment rate is 3.2. If 100 people are seeking for work or looking for work, and in that scenario only like 3 people are not getting work, that means you can understand around 96% who are willing to work or seeking for work, they are getting the work. Some people may feel like, sir, this is not correct. Unemployment rate cannot be that low in India. Again, you can dispute this chart. If you feel like this is not a correct chart, doesn't matter whether it is from MOSPI or periodic labor force survey report or some state reports, we cannot believe that in India the unemployment rate is only 3.2%, and maybe Kerala has such higher unemployment rate because they are depicting the figures in a more transparent manner. Again, if you feel that way, you can post it in the comment section. Whatever is your view about these data, there are 2 more charts and tables to go. You can post it in the comment section, whatever is your view, because we have to be transparent. We have to understand what is actually happening in southern states, why there are issues, and we'll talk about some more issues. So this is one thing. Unemployment rate, we calculate it on labor force. Labor force is people who are willing to work or are seeking for work. Here we will not include students, again we have talked about it, the people who have retired and the housewife people. Okay, then this is the chart which shows the labor force participation rate, people who are looking for work or who are actually working. And here if you see all India level, 60.1%, 23-24. What does it mean? Like 60 out of 100 people who are looking for work are actually or willing, like let's say there are 100 people. So out of those 100 people, 60 people are looking for work or they are actually working. So this is India's LFPR, 60. And if you compare it with other states, Telangana, they have 62.2, and Andhra Pradesh, they have higher LFPR, that is okay. And LFPR does not always signify that more people are working. It also signifies that maybe there are more people who are also seeking for work. So it's not like always high LFPR is a good thing, but if you have a demographic dividend, if you have a young population, then ideally LFPR should be high. People should either be working or they should be looking for work. But again, what is happening in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala, their LFPR is less, which is actually a worrying sign because we have high demographic dividend, we have population in the working age, and still they are either not working or not looking for work. So what is again happening in southern states, especially Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala when it comes to LFPR, chart 4, and this is what they are discussing. Unemployment concerns. Karnataka was the only state with an unemployment rate below the Indian average. If we go to chart 3, and this is the unemployment rate, we are talking about 3.2, only Karnataka has lesser unemployment rate than that. But again, many people, scholars dispute about this chart 3. If you have issues that no sir, at all India level unemployment rate cannot be 3.2, please post it in the comment section, and you can cite your source also, that according to this source unemployment rate is this much and that much, and Kerala has high unemployment rate because they are more transparent about their data. Whatever is your view. And then labor force participation rate, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana have a 60%, but Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala, They are very less. Why? There are less people working or are willing to work. What are they actually doing when they are not working or they are not even willing to work? So again, there is a concern here. And then the last table or chart of the day. And what is this chart and table all about? Sectoral contribution. See what happens when we talk about South Indian state, we talk about IT hub, Bangalore and all these things. We think that manufacturing sector has developed a lot there. We have a conception, especially people from North India, they have this preconceived notion that South India, oh my God, so developed. The reality is far from that. You see the manufacturing sector and their contribution to state like GSDP, gross state domestic product. Andhra Pradesh, how much they are contributing in fiscal year 24? Fiscal year 24 means it started from April 1, 2023, ended at March 31, 2024. So 23-24, 12.2% contribution, manufacturing sector. And it's similarly hovering around, even like less than 20%. In Kerala case, less than 10%. So again, whatever preconceived notion we people have, that is far from reality. The major contributor here also is services sector only. And this is again a myth which is getting busted. We have these notions and all these notions are not entirely true. That's what we are discussing. If you have any issues related to these data, you can talk about it. So this is the summary of the previous table which we have seen, right? Now, this is the article which I was talking about. March 26, 2025, Hindu, page number 7. Growth in most southern state is concentrated in a few districts. Don't have this preconceived notion that, okay, every state, every region, every district in southern India is having awesome growth. That is not the reality. And maybe that's why there are certain entities, not only at central or, different state levels who try to play different cards or try to use different tools to divert attention. If you know about what these tools are, so growth in most southern state concentrated in a few districts. That's what we have to discuss. That's what we have to understand here. Cool. So this is the question in front of you and you have to solve this particular question with reference to LFPR. Consider the following statement and these two statements based on what we have read about LFPR and yes, what is your answer regarding this particular question? Which of the statement given above is or are correct? A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2, D neither 1 nor 2. So yes, whatever is your answer regarding that particular question, you can post it in the comment section. What are your views about these particular data, these charts, 5 charts and table rather in total? What do you think about these charts and table? Again, if you feel like, no sir, these charts and tables, doesn't matter whether they are from MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation or Periodic Labor Force Survey Report or anything else, we don't believe totally in them. Again, then you have to cite it. What source you believe in, and again, you can talk about it. Then tools to divert attention, not only at central level, even at state level, even in southern India, different entities will try to divert your attention from the real issue, which is the issue of skewed development in southern states. And what are these tools? Is language a tool? Is religion a tool? Is regionalism a tool to divert attention? Again, you can talk about these issues in the comment section. And please understand, whatever we have discussed, skewed development are the 2 words which you can use to define the development which is happening in southern states according to this particular article based on so many charts and tables. Again, I will share this particular PDF with you in this channel, Fun Study with Shubh, along with the answer of the objective question which I just asked, right? And our March morning batch admissions are closing on 31st March 2025. So you can join this particular batch and you can use my code SHS Live to get maximum discount. It includes prelims and mains residential program, 11,000 reward, full refund on clearing prelims. At the same time, it also includes interview guidance program because this is P2I, prelims to interview, right? We'll be starting, we'll be helping you out from the pre-phase till the interview phase. So that's it from me. Do share your views regarding this, and do you really think that there is a myth regarding South Indian states development, or do you have any more things to share about whatever we have discussed up until now or in this particular video? We are looking forward to your comments. Take care, be blessed, tata, bye bye.